Galamera, Galamera, Galamera. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we today? Well, as you can see, it's a beautiful sunshiny day after the rain of yesterday. Optimism is in the air because of the arrival yesterday of our first of our restart to what I would basically call a second season. And obviously this morning I'm down at 34 to do my broadcast or rebroadcast. And the reason for that I'm down here early is, guess what? No power again in Macarado. So I've made my way into town, which is rather nice because at the moment in town it's just glorious today. So all those people who arrived yesterday and the weather wasn't too hot, I think they're waking up this morning feeling very happy, probably with a little bit of a hangover, that they managed to make it here. Right, let's have a quick look then at the news for today here on the island. I'll sit myself down. I shall now switch over the camera, and guess what? The camera has now disappeared, the switch for it. Let me just switch that there. Okay, continue. Has it appeared again? No, it hasn't appeared again. Oh, it's so annoying sometimes just trying to get switch the controls around so that I can get the camera to switch round again. Sometimes it appears, sometimes it doesn't. Come on. Anyway, Julie Osborne's, here we go. It's appeared again. Right, there you go. That's me, dulcet face. Okay, there we go. I can be seen again now. Right, okay. Where shall I start? I'll tell you where I'm going to start. First of all, I've got to say that yesterday I had some really good news regarding my mum. I'm going to be allowed to see her, so I've got a special visit lined up. I'm going to be flying out of here next week on Tuesday, and then I'll be coming back on Friday. So can I say thank you to everybody at Green Gables Nursing Home. My mum is off in for her procedure actually tomorrow, and then obviously I will see her next week. I'll be also seeing my brother and also my son as well. So once again, can I just say thank you to Green Gables Nursing Home. Also as well, I've booked a flight using TUI to get out and get back in again. And I've got to be honest, it's not as easy, is it, when you book your flights and PDF forms and everything else. So I'm going to be learning the hard way about what it is like to travel in and out now, not having done it since the beginning of the year before all the madness started. So anyway, I will probably continue the blog, and the blog will come to you from the UK next week for a couple of days. So that'll be different. All right. Anyway, also as well, can I just say thank you? Yesterday I had the biggest amount of people tuning into my... Yep, just lost you there quickly. I had over 3.6 thousand people tune in yesterday, which was amazing. Can I say thank you? And also thank you to Babis at Planet. They looked like they had a good night up there at Planet yesterday once all the tourists arrived. Mr. Philippopoulidis, Jane's boss, said that there were 3 flights in from the UK yesterday, all from TUI. He's expecting it to rise to about 7 or 8 a week. And also there may be 2 or 3 other companies that are coming who are going to furnish flights to the island. Didn't let on who they could be, but Mr. Philippopoulidis runs Fidelity Travel here, which is a travel agency, and they're the kind of halfway company that has is what, if you want to run tourism off. This tablet is driving me nuts at the moment. But anyway, as I was saying, 2 to 3 flights came in from TUI yesterday. Okay, and basically that should rise to 7 to 8 by the end of the week, they're saying, and maybe 2 other companies bringing people over. He did say that bookings for villas were looking good, as well as TUI obviously bringing people over. Not sure how many people were on the flights though. That will be interesting once those numbers start to filter through. Interestingly enough, the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, today released figures saying that Greece will go into recession this year. Well, there's a surprise. Keep click backwards and forwards because it keeps going to what do you call it? Let me just screen down and see if I can. No, it's up on full. So let me just go back again. I do apologise for what is going on. Right, I do apologise for having to keep stopping and starting like this. It is really getting annoying. Oh. Right, okay, right, I'm back again then. I've lost where I was at the moment. Yeah, the IMF released figures today that says Greece is going to go into recession, which is not a surprise. I think everybody's going to go into some form of recession. They're looking at the recession will reach about 9.5%. However, it looks like we may actually have a bit of growth for next year, 2021, and they're predicting that we will actually go to a growth of 4.1%. So that'll be interesting to see how things pan out for next year. The interesting figure that did come out from the IMF was about unemployment. It puts unemployment in Greece at the moment at 19.9%, although they said it will probably fall next year and be around about 18.31%, which, to be honest, when you think about it, that's not really a massive growth of employment, because obviously a lot of seasonal workers here in Greece who rely on obviously working hard in the summer, making some money, saving it for the winter. Yeah, saving it, saving their money for the winter, and obviously living off it. So again, we'll keep our eye on that. Um, as for local news, then the new Ali Kez Zigia Road is closer to completion. Yes, the regional director, Mr. George Stanipolis, said that they've just started. They've laid the asphalt on top of it. They've also put the road markings on, and the road is closer to completion. Considering that the road has actually taken 30 years to build, I didn't even realise it was that long. 30 years to build. I know there was a bit of a gap for a few years when they run out of money from the EU to pay for it. And I did ride past it about a couple of weeks ago, and I did notice it a couple of weeks ago, and I did notice that yeah, it seemed to be getting closer to completion. So anyway, he's assured that it will be completed by the end of his term. Now, whether that means his end of his term in his office or by the end of the year, I don't know. But anyway, that road will be really good, and the reason for that is because it will mean getting from Ali Canaz up to Port St Nicholas a lot easier. You won't have to drive through the twisty, windy roads. It's more or less a straight line straight through to that location as well. Right, okay, let's have a look. What else have we got for you this morning? Yeah, municipality has said that 389 people have put claims in for the emergency funding for damage. People have put submitted forms in for damage to their homes during the hurricane. Basically, he's reminding people that if you want to put your claims in, you better be quick, because it shuts on Monday. That's coming up. And basically, there are inspection teams out, and I did see them yesterday in Sillaby checking some locations to making sure that people are putting claims in and not fraudulently putting claims in for stuff. And there will be an inspection of your home once you put your claim in if you want to get this money, and the money will not be released until that inspection is completed. If you want more information on that and also some of the other emergency funds, I recommend that you go to hermesnews.com, run it through Google Translate, and in English there you'll be able to find out what you're entitled to and who you need to get in touch with to make some claims. Some kind of Right, back again. All right, for those people tuning in. Some kind of good and bad news in a way. Bad news is to do with animal cruelty. Yesterday, a school teacher was arrested in a suburb of Athens for stabbing a dog. He was doing that along with another man who was hitting the dog. I'm not going to go into graphic details about what they were doing to the animal. Basically, the neighbours had seen what was going on. They called the police. The two guys ran away. However, the police tracked down the school teacher, and I'm surprised the school teacher would be doing something like that. And according to Sky News, that's Greek Sky, not Sky as in what we're used to in the UK, they said that they'd had problems with this guy in the past. He didn't like the fact that the neighbours would feed the strays in that location. this teacher would be feeding the strays in the location. He had a lot of trouble with the neighbours in the past, and basically, he kind of snapped by the looks of it. Anyway, the police said that the dog is in a critical condition. It did have surgery. It had a punctured lung, and the dog is still being treated by a local vet. The police did say that the dog had a collar, and they were trying to trace its owner, but in my experience of Greece, just because a dog has got a collar, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's got an owner. So anyway, that's kind of good. Also, just to remind you as well that new legislation was introduced last week in regards to animal cruelty, and that the authorities here are taking it more seriously than probably what they have done in the past. Anyway, so that's good news. Also want to say a quick hello to all the people on the feeding rota and the feeding roster down there in Kalamaki who are having their coffee morning this morning. So if you're in the Kalamaki area and you're near Costa Coffee, why not pop in, say hello, put a few shekels in the little tin, get yourself a cup of coffee and a piece of cake, and the money that you give there goes towards helping to feed the strays through the winter and also through the summer. Also helps feed the strays through the summer and the winter. Right, I'm just going to quickly have a look at who's tuning in. Thank you for being very patient. It's not been an easy, straightforward broadcast today. Emma Marku, nice to have you here. Alf Ling, nice to see you. Julie Osborne, nice to see you. Linda Rogers is watching as well. Nice to see you, Linda. She says, just caught you. Yeah, I've been stopping and starting, so God knows how this has come out at your end. I'll be looking it back and wondering what's happening. Emma said, I'm off to work now, Ginge. Take care. And send my love to Jane. No problem at all, Emma. Just remember you can catch me on YouTube, because the show will get loaded to YouTube a little bit later on today. Jack Harmer is watching. Nice to have you there, mate. Old Raf Reg buddy. I think I've lost a few people. Oh, may have lost a few people because the connection, I don't know what's going on. It's this tablet, I think, is just playing up. Anyway, just to let you know, as soon as I finish this broadcast, I'm going to start to rebroadcast my show from yesterday. Thank you to all those people who put in for requests. If you receive a personal link, okay, for that show, it means that your request is in there. All right, so the show's going to go out first, being rebroadcasted from the lovely people at 34 in Zante Town. The show is 2 hours long, and then obviously it's been rebroadcast, it's being uploaded to Mixcloud, where you can where you can hear it as an audio. All right, and you can listen to that at your convenience. So anyway, that's it from me. I do apologise. I think I've got some issues with my tablet here. It's really not working right. And I will see you tomorrow. You take care. Have a good day wherever you are. And if you've just arrived, have a lovely time. Catch you later. Ta-ra.